Have you ever wondered how dividends affect stock prices? It's a question that tickles the minds of many, whether you're new to the investment game or a seasoned player. Dividends, to put it simply, are a slice of a company's earnings that are distributed to its shareholders. It's kind of like getting a piece of the pie without having to bake it yourself. Now, here's where it gets interesting. On the ex-dividend date, the stock price usually takes a dip, roughly by the same amount as the dividend payout. Why, you ask? Well, it's like this. New buyers coming in after the ex-dividend date won't be getting this round of dividends, so the price adjusts to reflect this change, ensuring the scales of investment justice remain balanced. So, if dividends have such a significant impact, how does the frequency of these dividends affect the stock price? A fascinating question indeed, and one we'll delve into as we progress. When it comes to dividends, companies can choose to distribute them monthly or quarterly. But what does this mean for the stock price? Well, let's dive into the topic and see how it all plays out. Imagine a company that pays monthly dividends. This means 12 payments a year, providing a steady stream of income for the investors. It's like having a reliable paycheck, and this can be quite appealing. You see, the allure of this steady income may increase the demand for the stock. And as we know from our Basic Economics 101, when demand goes up, so does the price. So with monthly dividends, we could see a more consistent upward trend in the stock price. But let's not count out quarterly dividends just yet. These are like your big bonus checks coming 4 times a year. They might not offer the same regularity as monthly dividends, but they can pack a punch when they do arrive. This can lead to larger but less frequent changes in the stock price. It's a bit like a roller coaster ride, with peaks when the dividends are paid and potential dips in between. Now you might be asking, which is better, monthly or quarterly dividends? Well, I hate to break it to you, but there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It really depends on a couple of factors. For starters, the company's profitability plays a major role. A company that's raking in the profits might be more inclined to distribute dividends more frequently. On the flip side, an investor's preference for income frequency is also a key consideration. Some investors might prefer the steady income of monthly dividends, while others might be willing to wait for the bigger payout of quarterly dividends. So whether you're a fan of the steady climb of a hill or the thrilling ride of a roller coaster, there's a dividend frequency to suit your investing style. As we can see, the frequency of dividends can cause different fluctuations in a stock's price, but what are the key points to remember? Stay tuned as we summarize these in the next scene. Dividends and their frequency play a crucial role in the stock price dynamics. Let's take a moment to recap what we've discussed so far. We've seen that dividends have a direct impact on stock prices. On the ex-dividend date, the stock price typically drops by approximately the amount of the dividend. This drop is a mechanical adjustment, as the company's assets have decreased by the amount of the dividend payout. It's like taking a slice out of a pie. The remaining pie is smaller, just as the value of the company is smaller after paying out dividends. But the frequency of these dividends can change the game completely. If a company pays out dividends every month, you'll see smaller but more frequent changes in the stock price. It's like slicing that pie into 12 pieces over the course of a year. Each slice is smaller, but you get a piece more often. This can be a good strategy for those who rely on regular income from their investments, as it provides a steady stream of cash flow. On the other hand, if a company pays out dividends quarterly, you'll see larger but less frequent changes in the stock price. It's like slicing the pie into 4 big pieces. Each slice is larger, but you only get a piece every 3 months. This can be a good strategy for those who don't need regular income from their investments and prefer larger lump sums. Whether a company chooses to pay dividends monthly or quarterly depends on its financial health and strategic goals. And as an investor, your preference between monthly and quarterly dividends will depend on your own financial needs and investment goals. So, next time you're considering investing in a company, remember to consider not just the size of the dividends, but also their frequency. Because in the world of investing, it's not just about how much you get, but also how often you get it.